the second example. In the second example, an was n to the n over n factorial. So again, I need an expression for an plus 1. And again, everywhere I see an n, I just replace it with n plus 1. So I want to look at this L, which is the limit of an plus 1 over an is equal to n plus 1 to the n plus 1 over n plus 1. And again, I'm dividing by an, so I just flip it and multiply by it. So n factorial is now on top, and n to the n is on the bottom. Now, I want to see what sort of algebraic cancellations I can get. So I'm going to write n plus 1 to the n plus 1 as just n plus 1 to the n times n plus 1. And I'm dividing that by n plus 1 factorial times n factorial over n to the n. Now, why am I doing that? It's because I want to combine this n plus 1 to the n and this n to the n. So this is n plus 1 to the n over n to the n times, what have I left over? I have an n plus 1 factorial on the bottom and an n factorial on the top. And they have an n plus 1 left over. So what cancellations do I get? Well, this is the limit of 1 plus 1 over n. If I divide the n into the n plus 1, I get that. The n factorial over n plus 1 factorial will leave me with 1 plus 1 over n plus 1 times n plus 1. So this is equal to, the n plus 1 cancels with the n plus 1, I'm just left with this. So you might recognize this. This is E, which is roughly 2.71. In particular, it's greater than 1. So we found that this L for this series is greater than 1. So hence, this series diverges by the ratio test. So I'll move on to the next page. A remark, if you're confused about the last point of how that limit was E. So remark, in particular, the limit as n goes to infinity of 1 plus x over n to the power of n is equal to e to the x. And this is for all x. Now, how could you show this? Well, you can show this using logarithms, continuity, and L'Hopital's rule. Okay, so hopefully you've seen this before. If not, this is how you can attempt to prove it. Exercise. First exercise of the lecture. Do problems. So do examples 3 and 4. Okay, and if you're confused about this e to the x thing, please email your instructor. I'm sure they'll be more than happy to explain it to you.